Yo, this is Chris Fontaine.
I'm Taylor Tells.
I'm the great conductor.
What's going on, y'all? It's Gates the Goats.
You're watching the Spotlight Poetry on Cluster TV.
Cluster TV. Cluster with a K.
He's back, and it's that Mississippi phenom. Almost ran off track, flip switch, illuminate, nigga, we on. Circling tracks on track like he two clones. Really only one king sitting on the true throne. My nigga, I'm just here to remind you. You be the alpha through omega, that's divine you. Didn't realize distractions divide you. Insert 8. Everybody get a push, I'm behind you. But never on wax, don't get it twisted. Start talking shit, now I'm behind you. Stomping fodder rappers out like a kaiju. Divine tongue lashing, I call it high chew. Hold the flame to moi, cabally shine shoes. Eat the fruits of my labor and the rhymes too. Hey, chill, this nigga too cold. God dang, this nigga too cold. Message. Trying to drive straight, right wrist a little afflicted. Searching for the pros in the sea of conflicted. Put my stamp on the fuck up how I licked it. Landing on point, yeah, he sticked it. But honestly, they all lessons, nigga, ain't no mistakes. Trials and tribulations sees my subconscious create. Universe work with you when you friend it. Sent at the crib, weed, smoke, sage, and incense. Legend in the making, something like reminiscent. Sound a lot like something I ain't heard since a past life. Family business, passing all tests, flying colors, that's my litness. Please can Gwendolyn's son get a witness? See him swindling, souls won't forgive it. So the past couple of years, he been honing the skill. On the game, I'm imposing my will. Fuck a deal, ticket that to the mill. I show you the real from the seas of India to the Ville. Big whaling, no clippers, you krill. Won't stop till I done had my feel. Heart and soul on these tracks I spill. Sew it up, 369 is sealed. It's safe.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Spotlight live on Cluster TV. Thank you all for coming through and listening to the excellent rapper 8 spit his verse from Flow State. And we have a very great episode here today. Right now, we have a guest who is returning on the Spotlight. She is a poet. She is now also a host and curator. She is your favorite emotional stripper. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dime. How's it going?
It is going great. It's going great.
All right, awesome. And yeah, the last time you were here, it was August, I want to say August 10th, but August 2025 in general.
Yeah.
So, since that time, how do you feel like you have evolved as a poet within that span of about 6 to 7 months?
6, 7. Evolved as a poet. I don't know. I'm really leaning into the short stuff. I am finishing more pieces. Yeah, I won't say that I'm remembering a lot of them because I need to do that. But yeah, I think I'm growing into myself more.
Yeah, and speaking of, just the finishing pieces part of it, last time you were here, you said that you perform a lot of unfinished pieces because you show up to many spaces unfinished as a person. We're all unfinished in a way. So that's how your art is going to show up at times as well. How does that statement resonate with you today?
It's still true. I am unfinished, but I guess I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my poetry more. So you got to finish some pieces and you got to remember them because, yeah, you can't read off your phone all the time. You can't always, well, I like giving people just the tip, but still you can't just give them the tip all the time. You got to give them that whole thing.
You can't just give them the tip. That's not going to satisfy people all the time, right? I think there was one show you went to where someone said, you're supposed to be Dime, but you just gave us 5 cents.
I remember that. That's funny. Sometimes all you need is 2 nickels. So just 2 tips.
There you go. 2 tips, get it done. That'll make a dime for you.
Yeah.
And, you have a very interesting way of describing how you spit poetry. A shedding of the layers, as you say. I called you earlier an emotional stripper. Why do you describe your poetry in that way?
Well, personally, I write about the shit that's going on in my life. So not only am I letting you in on my life, I'm choosing to like travel around and show people. So like quite literally, I am a stripper. I'm just peeling back a little layer. So like if you were looking at me, you wouldn't be able to know that I'm like a lover girl who is not having sex right now. But if you listen to my poetry, you're like, oh, she's not having sex right now, and she may fall in love.
Well, you definitely have come a long way. You've described yourself as a shy and reserved, but
Very much.
over the past few years, you've been really getting yourself out there, talking to a lot more people,
That is
doing
true.
a lot more things. How has poetry changed yourself in your everyday life?
Poetry is like a performance. I mean, poetry quite literally is a performance, but I guess it is. Who? That's a good question. I don't know, because I don't want to say I'm performing in like my everyday life, but it has shown me, I guess, that I can be more outspoken, that I can just be my full self at every point in time.
Yeah, was there a point in time when you weren't 100% sure if people would relate to your poetry or would relate to the things that you say?
Yes. Yes. I remember the first time I ever did poetry, it was at the Circle, and I just was asking people, like, is this going to be good? Is it going to be good? And it's like, nobody cares. We're all writing about different stuff, but we're writing about ourselves and our lives. So whatever you do is going to be good as long as it's a representation of you and the life you live.
Yeah, would you say that you're definitely doing your poetry more so for you these days?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I definitely understand that because a lot of times, especially when you're getting started into it, we're thinking a lot about how the crowd is going to react to the things that we say
Yeah.
and the things that we do and feel. As we get into it, though, you realize that no matter what you say, someone in the room is going to feel exactly what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, because humans, we all relate to a lot of different things. We all feel the same type of emotions.
Yep.
Now, you've definitely stepped more so into hosting now. Do you remember the first day you hosted any type of poetry event? I think I do.
Want to say it was December 2024.
December 2024, huh?
What were you going to say?
I was going to say April 1st, 2025.
No, because I hosted the Circle all of December in 2024.
Really?
And then I hosted again all of April in 2025.
Yeah. So, how would you compare your first time hosting, experiencing that versus now when you've been seasoned for over a year now?
I was nervous. I think I still get really nervous whenever I perform, but I don't know. I knew I did the damn thing. I knew I was gonna do the damn thing, so I got up there and did the damn thing.
Yeah. Well, like, what was the best part about your first time hosting?
Artemis had no feedback for me. He was just like, you did it. I didn't have to tell you anything. You kept the show running well. You talked to people. It was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I really like doing this. I really like talking to people. I like keeping people entertained. I'm good at this.
Yeah, so you really just felt like that natural sense of being able to connect with people and being able to really just entertain people just with how you are.
Yeah.
Word. Well,
Yeah.
we're definitely going to get more so into just what you have going on and what you have going forward. But first, we're going to get into your very first piece. Do you know what that first piece is going to be at all?
It is, and it has a title. It's called God's Eyes Are Watching Me. And for me, it feels a little experimental, but it's just poetry.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely interested in how that poem is going to sound. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dime with her very first piece, God's Eyes Are Watching Me.
And I'm going to read it because it's new.
New shit.
I wish I could steal your eyes. They call me a thief. I just want to see life differently. Unexpectedly, I find my eyes kind. With a new vision of the world, sometimes I cry, and I guess you do too. Inspiration in the morning, late night parking lot pimping. What can't black people manifest? A new world order, elephants in skies like time past, a reclamation. And I guess I'm not a thief, just an inspired soul, bringing to fruition what only I could through eyes only I have. Gratitude to Source for granting me gifts. Don't take for granted my blessings, dressing in gold and undeniable fortune, seeing life how I do. With the help of others' eyes, we leave inspiration through time. And that's that piece. God's eyes are watching me.
Nah, that was really nice.
Thank you.
And, you know, one of my main takeaways from that piece is, you know how people say that we're all gods in different ways?
Yeah.
I feel like when you're on that stage, that's what you mean by God's eyes are watching me. But when you wrote that, do you remember just what your interpolation of how that poem is for you?
I think it started because, like, I wish I was a painter, or I wish I expressed my art in other ways that weren't always words. So just like really literally wanting to be able to see the world through somebody else's eyes so that I could transmute or output in the way that they would. But that's not possible because I'm me and you're you. And your inspiration inspires me and my inspiration inspires somebody else. So
I definitely understand that. And I don't know why my first thought went to Get Out when you said see the world through someone else's eyes. Yeah, you remember when the blind dude said he wanted to see the dude's eyes? Yeah.
I need to rewatch the movie.
Yeah, well, nah, that's why the dude went in the sunken place in the first place. But you're definitely a lot more woke than being in that sunken place.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, and you've curated a lot more events now. You collaborated with a skate park.
I did.
Yeah, so tell me how that experience went. How did that come about?
Ooh, that's funny. It was brought to me and I was brought in on it, and I'm very happy that I was, because it introduced me to a world that I wasn't necessarily looking to get into. Just broadening my horizons, and I like DJs, so looking for someone to DJ the event, looking for different vendors and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, and it was your event, Dimes Mix, that brought you to get to know those skating park. And your Dimes Mix started way back in October 10th, 2025.
Yeah.
And so what was the inspiration and the vision behind Dimes Mix?
I wanted to dance. I wanted people to dance with me. So I decided to give a space for people to dance, for people to meet other people, and to highlight different DJs that I think are really cool.
Yeah. What's been the best part about doing this? You've done 4 of them now, right?
Yes. No, 3. The one in April will be the 4th one. The best part, at each one I meet someone different. Like, at first I thought it was just going to be people that I know, and it hasn't been. Well, I mean, it has been. But also, at each one, literally a new person has come, whether it be for the DJs or they just saw it on Instagram or, yeah. I get to meet new people, and that was the point.
Yeah, well, especially now that you're creating new spaces and cultivating a new community now, you've definitely had an interesting relationship when it comes to vulnerability. Last time you were on the show, you've stated that you feel like sometimes you share pieces before they're either ready or before you're ready to truly perform them. So as a person who sheds their emotional layers, how is your relationship or how you view vulnerability now that you're not only just performing, but you're also cultivating these spaces?
I think it's the same. You know, I I'm going to show up as me. And sometimes that can be very vulnerable, can be very, I guess, what do I want to say? Like, people will try and take too much of that. But I have to be okay with that because I'm in a space of either giving that or I need to set up a boundary where I can't anymore. So, yeah, I still am vulnerable. I'm not going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you gotten better at setting those boundaries? Because even though you are up there to express parts of yourself, there may be times where people may take liberties and may assume that you're a person that you're not, based on just
Yeah.
what they see on stage. So have you been able to set those boundaries, and how are you doing so?
I think I'm still working on it. Person to person, it may vary, but yeah, I think I'm still working on it. I can't get too specific.
Yeah, word. Well, you've become a lot better at not only just performing in front of a mic, but also interviewing people as well.
Thank you.
How has your experience been interviewing various artists and various people from many different backgrounds?
It's been very fun. Very fun. I think you said I did 25 episodes last year.
Yes, 25 episodes of the podcast Becoming Great.
Yes. So 25 interviews. Each one was different in its own right. It brought different challenges. It forced me to learn things. So I don't know. I love talking to people. I love really getting to know somebody or just understanding who they are right now in this moment.
Yeah, word. And, your next interview is actually scheduled for April 4th, right before your birthday.
Yes, indeed.
And that's going to be right here on the Spotlight.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so make sure you guys tune into the next episode. We're going to be having Dime be the host of the Spotlight the first time that I won't be here. And how do you feel about being a host right before your birthday?
I feel nervous but excited. Like I said, I'm nervous before I perform all the time, but I'm excited. Like I said, each interview comes with a new challenge and something for me to learn. So this will be no different.
Yeah. What challenges do you see what challenges do you face more often than not? And what challenges are some that pop up that you're starting to overcome now in every interview?
I'm a little bit of a procrastinator. So just the prepping for the interview, I think. And then just actually doing it. Yeah. Prepping for the interview is really the most nerve-wracking part for me.
Yeah. So once the camera starts rolling, you're pretty much good to go from there?
I think so. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, well, definitely enjoyed your time here on the Spotlight. Thank you so much for coming through once again.
Thank you
before you
for having me.
perform your second piece, where can the people find you to keep up with you?
You can find me on Instagram at I'm Dime, IMDIME. You can also find the podcast Becoming Great on Spotify and Apple.
Word. You can also find her here next episode on the Spotlight as well. Well, before we get into that second piece, do you want to preview it at all?
It's short and gay.
Short and gay. All right. Well, I can't wait to hear this one. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dime back to the stage for her second poem.
This one's called Moon Mommy. I talk to the moon like she's a woman whose pussy I play with often. Other times I talk to her like my mother. Either way, she be teaching me things. I see me in her reflection. Sexy ass. Reminding me I be girl still. That playtime is never ending. Spicing up my life like cinnamon, bringing me good fortune. She be my Powerpuff Girl. Whooping ass and taking names. No playing games. She be my favorite thing to look at. 'Cause even in the dark she be shining. Showing me her many phases with ease. Willing to please and be pleased. She be my moon mommy. That's that piece. Thank you.
Yes. And thank you so much, Dime, for sharing your poems. And thank you so much for being on the Spotlight. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to keep up more with the Spotlight, you can follow us on Instagram. That is the Spotlight_poetry. And if you want to keep up with more Cluster TV, you can follow Cluster TV at KLUSTER TV. But now we're going to bring on our next performer and next interviewee. He already blessed the mic with his verse from Flow State. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Spotlight 8. What's going on, my man?
Hey, what's good, brody?
Yeah, glad to see you again, man.
You too.
Yeah, go ahead, talking to the mic real quick, boss man.
Oh, wait. There we go. I'm good.
Yeah, man, definitely doing good, brother, man. So, you've came all the way here, originally from Moss Point, Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So, look, how was it growing up in Moss Point for you, man?
Oh, man, it was cool. It's a very, it's a small town. A lot of area, but it's not a lot going on there. So I was really involved in a lot of extracurricular activities outside of school. So I was in the band. I played drums on the drum line. I played tennis, basketball. I ran track. Just played outside a lot. Was always getting into something outside. So it's home. I love it. I couldn't wait to leave when I graduated. But eventually, life brought me back there, and that's where my awakening took place. And now I see home in a completely different light.
Interesting. You said your awakening took place. So what do you describe as your awakening?
My spiritual awakening. So my consciousness expanding, my awareness becoming more just realizations about myself, learning myself, who I am at my core, finding the God within,
And how was that experience for you?
Oh, it's still going. It's a never-ending journey. But when it did start, it was exciting. At the same time, it was bittersweet because it was parts of myself that were pretty much dying off. I was killing parts of myself so that I could evolve and continue to elevate into, higher consciousness and just a higher timeline,
Yeah, how would you describe yourself now versus where you were before you had that awakening?
Definitely more patient. I've learned to have more patience and grace with myself. Thus, how could I put it? Having that grace and presence and patience with myself allowed me to give that to other people. So it's changed just a lot of my interactions and relationships in the best way.
Yeah,
So.
definitely, man. Well, going back to Moss Point, how did your upbringing from Mississippi curate your taste in music, and essentially, how did it inspire you as an artist?
Oh man, Mississippi is the home of it's the home of the blues. So, and my mom's from the Delta, so that's the heart of Mississippi. So, and my dad, most of our family on that side was on the coast. But yeah, my music taste is very versatile. But as far as a lot of my major influences growing up, my first major influence in hip hop, because I couldn't listen to rap when I was a kid, so I would sneak and listen to. Yeah, so I would I remember one of my friends had gave me these 2 burnt CDs, and one of them was Usher's 8701.
Okay.
album, and the other was T.I. Trap Music.
Oh yeah, all right, man. I rock with it.
I was in middle school. I used to listen to T.I. and Usher damn near every night for a minute. So it was the rhyme patterns, the confidence. I picked up on a lot of that early on. And then later, as I started to when I got to college, that was in Marietta. I went to Southern Poly. That's when I got more into Lupe Fiasco, kind of heavy. And then after him, maybe a few years later, it was Kendrick Lamar. 2012, I remember where I was when I first heard him.
Yeah, so. I will say Usher and T.I., those two in particular, that kind of caught me off guard because when I listen to you, it's definitely more so boom bap that I'm hearing. That's really the sound that I think that you really fit in. So you would say that once you got into college, that's really where your current sound started to evolve from?
Well, honestly, the boom bap is just when I started writing raps, I just would write to boom bap type beats. But actually, I have more songs that aren't boom bap that verses are. I can do a plethora of different things because I'm a drummer by nature. So typically when I'm rapping, I'm just playing a drum with my voice. So it's just rhythms and cadences and patterns and so I can be really technical with how I rap, and I can rap really fast because of like just kind of how my mind processes. But yeah, like boom bap, I do enjoy it. It is fun, but yeah, I got some more flavor coming for y'all.
Yeah, when did you start writing?
I started writing in, let me see, my awakening was like 2018. I think I started writing in 2019. Yeah, I started writing, and I remember like I was writing in my car. It wasn't long after I started, like, I think I started smoking weed not long before that, and then eventually once my awakening took place, I started writing in my car. I'll be at home in the driveway at night, I roll up, be in the car, just playing instrumentals, and when that inspiration would just strike, I just write songs. I remember like Mic Check was the second song I ever wrote. So I was like, okay, it's only up from here, So
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, like, around that time, like 2019-ish or 2020-ish, you were really posting a lot more fitness content.
That's crazy. You did your research.
Yeah, man. Well, you're 8. I have to know, man. But when did that transition really start? Because Mic Check was the first single you dropped. So when did you start to want to go ahead and transition from the fitness content to making music?
I think I transitioned from the fitness thing with because I was making fitness content because I knew I wanted to make some type of content. I don't even remember. Oh, I remember what it was. I wanted to be a trainer. I was gonna actually, and I was gonna do the NASM training certification, but kind of like what Dime said in the previous interview, procrastination was a little bit of a thing at the time, so I didn't actually follow through with that. And when I started writing, I didn't even do my first music video until like 2021, 2022. But from that time, I pretty much had just taken a break from content and I just started writing. But yeah, I did want to do the fitness stuff, but it was more so because of being a trainer. I was very interested in that. But after that, it was once I started doing the music, it was like, okay, now I really got to get on these visuals. So
yeah, man. And speaking of the visuals, you edited your very first music video yourself. Yeah, how was that whole process of making the Mic Check video?
Man, it was so raw, bro. It was so raw. That video was like, even to this day, like even though the quality is not like what you would see on like the better music videos or whatever you say, but it hit home for me because it reminded me. I shot it in the West End, so I remember that day. I remember going around getting ate up by mosquitoes and it was crazy. But getting it done and actually editing it and like putting it out, it felt amazing. I edited Flow State too.
Really?
I had 2 different like videographers to shoot that at different locations. One at Red Top Mountain and like up by Atworth, and then the other was in Stone Mountain. But I edited that video. So I was just like, okay, I could do this. I love production and editing and all of that. Like, yeah.
Word, man. Well, look, you're a real testament to DIY, and I definitely want to get more so into your mind state and a bit more into the music that you have planned to drop later on. But first, I want you to go ahead and do your second performance. So you want to preview that second part you're going to do, or you want to just hop right into it?
Yeah, I'll go hop right into it. This piece is called Sauce. I wrote this when I was in a very I don't know. It was just one of those. This is one of the most, I guess, divine channels at the time when I first started writing. How it just opened up and it just poured through. So, but I'm gonna get into it.
All right, word. Well, ladies, and hold on before you go up there. Let me introduce you, man.
My bad.
Nah, it's all
I'll
good,
be ready.
Yeah, but man, ladies and gentlemen, this is 8 with Sauce.
Good now.
Yeah, you all good to go, man.
All right, Choices, result of them voices. Swimming in your mental soup between thoughts of women and loot. Dreams to hoop like LeBron or lyrically shoot. These verses at rappers' heads courtesy of my root. Trying to tap in the realm seen only by few. Open up your mind to a new point of view. One that lifted curses when 8 was down bad and blue. Took the blindfold off, now he seeing the truth. And the truth came to wreck, picked me up, spun me round, DDT on my neck, DMT, you be next, swear on me, not a flex. If you call, I collect, in the mix, mode and checks. You lion, I T-Rex, I attack, you D-rest. Play no game, only chess, take your soul out your chest. Yeah, I know, I'm a mess, but I can't help it. Was drowning in that rabbit hole so deep I Michael Phelped it. Lies I found up under the rug right where you swept it. Left us hanging like cleft lips out to dry till we die, or let this matrix take control over thoughts, perception of time, mentally vacant. No matter who, what, why, you take it. Play the friend, my back bleed because you fake it. Evident and clear as day cause niggas make it. Mission impossible cycles, that's why you cannot break it. Intuition almost time when it's a new day. It's crystal clear, no quartz, unlike the Kool-Aid. These rappers ain't no hip-hop hooray, but got the whole programming stuck. Guess that's all they know. Seep into the mind of the youth like infection. Still could never hate you for that. You the reflection of me. I see what's needed is correction. Take it like the God you are. Ain't no deflection. I love you forever. I help you grow. We can split 7 caps in a smoke session. Out with the old, learn new lessons to help you grow. Elevate up out the section of the realm where the white light is the comeback. Back to the earth, so now you back to the combat. Distracted by batshit crazy women, call her a wombat. Back to the streets, hands up, nigga, now run that. Can't stop them demons on me, depression just pop the Prozac. Gotta unload that, mental stress, them people know that. That's why they keep pressing down, won't raise up, no low jack. So gone let the ganja up, yeah, I'm a Rolex. Take the end of the day over signing papers in a Rolex. Not the GMT, Master 2, model before that. As I wake from my slumber, the veil, just watch it roll back. That dark place, hell state of mind, I'll never go back. Exception when I'm writing these poems, prolific on tracks, choices, result of them voices. Swimming in your mental suit, between thoughts of women and loot. Dreams to hoop like LeBron or lyrically shoot. These verses at rappers' heads, courtesy of my root. Trying to tap in the realm, seen only by few. Open up your mind to a new point of view. One that lifted curses when 8 was down bad and blue. Took the blindfold off, now you seeing the truth. And that sauce.
Wow. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, go ahead. Take a seat right there, man. Nah, man. So that sounds like a song that you wrote. Would you possibly write that in the beginning of your awakening?
I wrote that song when I started writing. Let me see, Awakening 2018. Wrote my first songs in like 2019. I think I wrote Sauce in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 2021 actually, because I was working for Amazon at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I was working for either Amazon or FedEx, and I remember like just when it came through, that channel was very strong. I looked up and then that song was on the paper.
I
You know?
understand, man. Oh, and talking to the mic a little bit.
Yeah.
Nah, you all good to go, man. But another thing I wanted to ask you is, you've definitely gotten a lot more disciplined as the years have went on. So, especially one thing I wanted to touch on is last summer you did a 75-day couples challenge, or you attempted that hard mode challenge, and I wanted to just get into that for you. How did that 75-day challenge do for you, and what was the details of that?
So it was 75 hard. So basically it was 75 hard, and apparently I don't even think I did it the way that everybody else was doing it. I was just kind of like, I need something that's going to help me to become more consistent and stay on top of things I need to do. So me and my girl, we basically said, all right, we're going to do this 75 hard challenge where we basically going to wake up at 6 a.m. every day. We're going to schedule out our days. We're going to work out. We're going to shoot our content, film it, just do all the things that we're supposed to do to manifest and align with the reality that we see. And man, I got into it, and it really just became ritual for me. And granted, it was a few days in there where you might miss a day, but I would jump right back on the next day. So I was able to even have grace with myself through that. But yeah, man, that really finishing it was big for me, because going into it, I was just like, okay, we're gonna see how it go. But it's definitely about time to do another one.
Oh
For
yeah.
sure.
And
Yeah.
not only just the fitness content you do, you're definitely big into just movement in terms of your body and just knowing your body as well. Even your massage therapy as well. Like, how does that go into just helping you become a better person and into a better artist as well?
Oh man, there are different modalities that help me just channel my spirit. I love doing yoga. Freestyle yoga is my favorite, where I'll just maybe put on some music, or do it without music. But typically, I put on music and it helps me get into a flow. And my body will move in a way to where it'll unlock and open the way that I need it to, based off of just movement. And also with massage, when I do massage therapy, I'm basically channeling through my hands. I never massage two people the same. It's always different. I can feel the energy. I'm moving energy around the body. It's a very intuitive like healing art that I use.
So is that the same way you would describe your flows? Because with Sauce, like, you are switching flows left and right. And in a lot of your songs, you're definitely able to switch cadences and flows and do a lot of different things. So is that the kind of same mindset you have with that?
Yeah, I'm basically channeling it through everything I do. Even like I think I mentioned to you earlier, I'm cooking now. I've been cooking, but now people ask me to do events and stuff, and when I'm in the kitchen cooking, I'm channeling. Like, I'm not reading measurements, and I call it kitchen conjures. You know what I'm saying? I just go in there and start throwing stuff in the pot, and then it do what it do.
So if I ask you to cook one thing right now, and you have a kitchen full of all the ingredients you need to do it, what's the one thing you can cook?
The one thing I can cook, ooh, that's a tough one, because I cook so much. But I guess one of the things that I could do is like I don't even know what you would call it. Well, outside the kitchen conjure, I pick something else. You know what? It's a very simple dish. I call it mushroom and avocado. It's avocado
and avocado.
Yeah, what I do is I cut up some mushrooms, because I like eating raw sometimes. So this is actually one of my favorite meals to make. I'll cut up some onions, some avocados, some mushrooms. I'll put it in like a bowl or something with some coconut aminos, a little seasoning, like some salt, pepper, smoked paprika. You got to get the smoked paprika, cayenne pepper. You know what I'm saying? Mix that up. Maybe put a little pesto on it. And then sometimes if I'm feeling a little fancy, I might put it over some quinoa, some farro or something like that. So it's a real simple dish, but it hits. It slaps.
Now look, I'm not a mushroom guy myself. But look, I've had your cooking before, and I definitely do not doubt your ability to make me like some mushroom.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do a kitchen conjure, and you're gonna have to like check it out. I'm sure you'll like it. You probably won't even realize there's mushrooms in it, honestly.
Nah, facts, man. Well, listen, like, all your disciplines, you're able to not only get your nutrition right, not only your fitness right, your disciplines as well, and be consistent with it too. So how does all of that translate into your art?
Oh, that's a good question. How does all that translate into my art? Honestly, like, the discipline is just a mindset. I just got tired of life kicking my ass. Like, honestly, like, it just gets to a point to where when you know better, you do better. And when you choose not to do better, like, life just kick your ass. At least for me, I'm a Capricorn, so I'm a child of Saturn. Saturn is a planet known for structure, discipline, rigidness. So typically, if you go against yourself, you're going to pay for it. It's instant karma. So I guess I just hit my head enough times to learn, like, okay, maybe I should just listen to my intuition and go with what my spirit is telling me to do, because anytime I go against myself, I pay for it, like, dearly. So honestly, I'm tired of getting my ass whooped. I'm just being honest with you.
Well, you know, was it one specific moment where you kind of flipped that switch, or was it just constantly stacking up, hitting your head across the wall?
It was the constant stacking up. And eventually it gets to a point, like with all things, whether it's a relationship we're in or a job that we don't like, eventually you get to that point to where you just get fed up and you just like, you know what, like, I've had enough. Because a lot of people say they've had enough, but it's that moment where you really had enough, where you over it, and you know it, and you know you're not going back to it. So it's been like a staggering of like, oh, this will happen, that'll happen, this will happen, that'll happen, and eventually it's just like, you know what, fuck this, I ain't feeling this, and then I let it go. So
that's facts, man. And even though you've only had 3 official tracks drop, you've been making music for years now. Like you have, every time I come to your shows, you're always playing some type of new music you've done. And what I want to ask is, how do you feel like you've evolved as an artist, as a rapper, since you first started 6 years ago?
Oh man, I've like expanded exponentially. The type of music that I'm making now, my songwriting is getting better. Like how I rap my lyrics is getting better. Honestly, it's all just up, and it just comes from just practice. The more I practice, the more I write, and life experiences. A lot of the things that I go through, those head bumps that we talked about, those are the exact things that I'm able to translate into my music. Like even this past week, literally in the last 7 days, been going up and down emotional roller coasters with all kind of stuff. And the other night, I was playing an instrumental, and I just started writing, talking about how I was feeling, and got a whole another song just like that. So I'm not the type of writer where I lock myself in a room and just force myself to write. It's when the inspiration strikes, because it comes how it's supposed to. I don't try to force anything. I just do what I do, and because I do rap, but I'm not just a rapper. I'm not just a massage therapist. I'm many things. So it's just being present with whatever it is that aligns with me in that moment.
Yeah, and you're definitely someone who sounds grounded and someone who lives in the present constantly. But I want to look toward the future because, like I said, you make a lot of music.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, hey, man, when is that album coming through, man? Do you have something in the works yet?
I actually do. So, funny story. The last time I was here, my life was in a very different place. So, this is actually the first time in my life that I'm in a space now where I'm not working a 9-to-5 job. So I have my time back. I'm able to pour into actually the things that are my purpose and passion. Right now at this moment, actually building out a studio. When I leave here,
Wow.
I'm going to the crib and working in that studio.
Wow.
It's going to be an art gallery and a studio. It's going to be a recording studio and one for live instruments because I just got back into drumming really too. So this is the first time in my life I actually have the time to get into music again, like really get into it. So it's exciting for me, and I got so much music that I need to drop. I just need to get it recorded. So that's what's in the process, and I'm looking to do my first album release on 4/22. I want to do it. That's my mom's birthday.
Okay.
So I want to do that and drop my my first album. And it's Phase Shift. It's basically like it'll be like 8 or 9 songs that I just been sitting on for years. And I'm like, let me just put this out so I can have that done and then move on. Cause I really got like 3-4 albums right now that I could really drop if I just piece them together. So
Yeah, man. Well, one thing I also want to get into is the events you've curated. Now, you don't do many events, but when you do, one thing I notice is your community, your people show up heavy for you, man. And the tiny after parties have been excellent. And I know last year's was really good, too, at the Murph. So how is that process of just creating an event for you? Do you have to kind of work really hard, or is it just as simple as calling up your people and it all just comes together?
the crazy part is I really am able to just call up my people and they show up. But it's because of how I show up for them just all throughout the year, just throughout life. So when I call on people, they'll actually show up, and I really appreciate that. But this last event for my solo return back in January, it was an amazing concert. It was the best turnout I had this far. And it actually, like the after party we had that night, opened up the door to an event we're doing next week, which is called Wild Ass Weekend.
Okay.
And it's basically going to be like my after party, but it'll be a live music aspect. And if anybody was at that after party, y'all know that shit was crazy. It was quite a vibe. So I'm going to just say that. But yeah, I got a lot of different events that I'm actually going to be doing this year. We'll be doing Wild Ass Weekend every other month. Also got like Wellness Wednesdays is an event that we do in collaboration with Mother's House. Shout out to Mother Saturn. With that, it's where we do massages and facials, and it's like a co-working space on Wednesdays. and we do that at the house. We have people come through. It's a lot of tribe building, connecting, just seeing where everybody fits into this puzzle and how we can all use our gifts and talents to like push the agenda and really create the reality that we're trying to create. So the events are really just experiences that I provide, because everything I do, I feel like is an experience. You're experiencing me. So I like to be present and pour my all into everything I do.
Yeah, the elevated experience, man.
Yeah, elevated experience. Get you on.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Well, listen, the last question I do want to ask, especially with your album being planned to drop very soon, what is something you want people to take away from listening to your music?
Ooh, something I want people to take away from listening to my music is listen to yourself. Like, be present with yourself, that voice in you that sometimes we tone down or put in the back of our mind because we feel like we have it all under control and we have to do it the way we want to do it, but that's control, you know. So listen to your heart, what it is you truly passionate and what your purpose is, and move in that direction. That's the message in my music that I want people to have, is like, be yourself 110%, like authentically. Yeah, that's what the world needs. The world needs to see your most authentic self.
Nah, that's awesome, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming through to the spotlight once again, man. Where can the people find you to keep up with the work that you're doing in the future?
Oh, so yeah, you can tap in with me on my social media, like Instagram, 8th Wonder. So the letter A, the number 8, THWNDR. And then also from there, you can get to my Elevate Experience page. I now have my Elevate Massage page, and I'm about to actually create a new page called Plate Wonder. It's going to be for my cooking content, so recipes and all of that.
Yeah, so, man, you're definitely about to get into the works, man. So for your very last piece of the day, boss man, what do you plan on doing for us?
I'm going to just spit this little piece, me talking my shit. It's kind of got a little revolutionary tone to it, because, you know, when it comes to the system, I'm like, fuck the system. But the truth is, we got to create our own system. But this is one of those pieces I wrote when I was really feeling kind of like my back against the wall with certain things. But yeah, it's called Fear.
All right, word. Well, I appreciate you for coming through to the spotlight. And ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy 8 with his last piece.
Yes, sir. Oh no. Every nigga ain't supposed to rap, and every rapper ain't really trap. Roll the 7, wait, double 1, then you crap. Only way out, sit on Big Daddy lap. Balance these bout, what you say you dealing? Let me guess next, say you stay concealing. Now what you skirt out, parking lot peeling. Aiming at the wrong ops, pokey pig season. Honestly, I could give a fuck about your feelings. Run up in the hood, shake that bitch up like a soda. All cause them paychecks better hit them fucking quotas. Keep jabbing in the side, don't say I ain't told you. Niggas really bout to get no fucks or to our odors. Hear me loud and clear, please don't misquote it. Meet your maker, you about to be forced no Yoda. You from the mountains, huh? Our blood's colder. Another chosen one, I'll glow golder. Feel like them agents coming after me. Juke 'em left to the right, had to boost the alchemy. You looking at the king, but the thoughts like Malcolm B. Powdered up the palm, then slap you with the talcum feet. 2 birds, 1 stone, that's a 2 for 20, call it Applebee's. Better shimmy stage left, kinda like a Kappa B. Barely running on the track, I let you think you're lapping me. I don't focus on that shit, cause I'm the fucking happening. Bitch nigga, trying to break the poverty. Disfigure, that was my reality. 6 figures, flip the ROI, repeat, now I be rich nigga. And who the chief now? This nigga. And why your face turn? He bitter. I'm just a lot of bit more little. What I am, you can never get rid of. Enough said. Say.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of The Spotlight. Make sure you tune in for episode 3 when we have Dime hosting the very first episode. We're gonna have a lot of great times here, and make sure you follow The Spotlight on Instagram. That's The Spotlight _poetry. Also, make sure you visit the YouTube channel as well. It's The Spotlight. We have a TikTok as well. All of that information is there. you can follow me on Instagram too. That's Boateng, period, the bus driver, Boateng, add a period, bus driver, the bus driver, rather. So also follow the Cluster TV Instagram. That's KLUSTER TV on Instagram. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Thank you all for watching episode 2, and I hope you guys join us next time. Peace.